Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and we are streaming as this video comes out. So maybe you've already watched the stream and you're watching the video later. Maybe you don't watch the streams. Maybe you catch up on them on VODs that come out after the stream. Or, much more likely, not very many people watch my video immediately it comes out. But anyway, we hope that you get some entertainment out of us visiting the Blueprints house where we are at the moment, I believe. Now, firstly, don't forget that on Patreon, coming up in 3 days' time now, we've got the Labours of Rostam, a new Sudoku hunt. Really looking forward to bringing that to you and seeing how you find it. Some very interesting, 4 fairly straightforward rules puzzles, and then 3 others. And you have to get through them all to solve the hunt. Do check it out. We've got loads going on around the channel as well as on Patreon. We've got crosswords and connections videos. In our apps we have all of the worms are the latest ones, adding there from James Sinclair and Marty Sears, adding to our collection of wonderful handmade apps. Loads going on as always. Our apps are brilliant. Sven's Sudoku pad is also brilliant, and that is linked under the video too. Do check it all out. But the first link is to this puzzle. It's called Up to Something by SUDOKU, who does always put the joy into Sudoku. Sorry, I'm a big fan of SUDOKU, so I'm looking forward to this. I think it was set for a prompt that involved given digits under the fog. I don't know much about that, but that's what I read. I love the grid. The grid is just so simple and elegant, fully fog covered. I don't know what these clues mean yet. 6, 9, 12, 15, regularly ordered going down the left, and then some numbers divisible by 10 looking up and down. Anyway, let's read the rules and see what we're dealing with. Normal Sudoku rules apply. So every row, column, and box will have the digits 1 to 9 once each. This is dynamic fog, so correctly placing a digit will clear fog, not flog, in its own cell, and will potentially clear fog in other cells too. Now, each row, column, and region contains exactly one given digit under the fog, obviously, whose exact location is to be deduced. No 2 givens are identical digits, so each of the digits 1 to 9 is used once in that. I mean, we could imagine that they might be in this set of cells, but it could be any set of 1 to 9 that obeys the rules of once each in every row, column, and box. And indeed, frankly, it would be a miracle if I had just selected the right set. Now, a clue outside a row or column indicates the sum of all digits up to the given digit, clearly from the direction indicated. The given digit itself is not included in the sum. So if the given digit was here in box 8, these 2 would add up to 10. Now, I've just drunk my entire liquid resource and I've still got a cough. So I may have to break off fairly soon and get something to drink. Digits joined by a black dot have a 1 to 2 ratio, and those joined by a white dot are consecutive, and digits on an arrow sum to the digit in the circle. That's normal enough. Right, the cough might have helped. Let's give it a try. Try it on that first link under the video. I don't know what we're going to find, but let's get cracking. So, I'm going to use my classic green and red colour scheme if I can. Green for cells that cannot contain the given digits, and red, if we can find them, for cells that do. So we've got this 30 clue, and that means the first 4 cells at least don't have the given digit in. Also, the maximum that the 30 plus the given digit can add up to is 39, which could take us there. So I'm going to mark the final cell green as well. Then I can replicate that in this other 30 column. Now, in a 20 column, we're a bit less helped, but still the first 3 digits can't be the given digit. And given that 20 plus 9 is 29, 16 for the last at least 2 cells. No, in fact, it's got to be 3. If you... oh, no, it doesn't. If you had 20... oh, that's really interesting, actually. This is a sum I've never done before. So if you imagine the maximum number of cells were 20, actually, the maximum number of cells that can be 20 is only 5. Because the triangular number for 6 is 21. So if you had 6 digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minimum, they would add up to at least 21. So these 20s are showing somewhere between 3 and 5. So that's quite interesting. I could actually pencil mark that one of those is red and one of those is red. Now, I know that red can't extend down here because of the sum I've just done in my head that I will try and explain. 2 sums. So the maximum that the red cell could be worth is... actually, I know it can't extend to there because of what we just did. Oh, bother. I was going to explain that 29 was the maximum with 9 in the cell, and then you'd have 16, which couldn't be 2 digits because it would include a repeat 9. And 28 would use 8 in the cell, and then the outies would be 9 and 8, and they would include a repeat, but I don't need to because I've worked out that you can't have more than 5 cells in the 20. So these are all green, sorry. Now, one of those is red, obviously. By Sudoku, one of those is red. Not by Sudoku, but by the rule about there only being one given digit in each row, column, and box. So I can green all of these. Now, here, we're only allowed 1 red in this box, so these are all green. That 10 has got to be those 2 cells, and we've got a given digit there. And I can do, oh yes, I could do a bit of greening in the row as well. Now, we've got a given digit in one of those cells. That can only be a given digit if all of these add up to 30, then those 2 will add up to 15. Right, let's have a look at this row of 15. Well, obviously one of these... oh, we've had a given digit in this box, you muppet mark. Right, they're green. So this must be the given digit in this row, and these 2 cells do add to 15. Wow, this is more approachable than I'd expected. In this row, 12 could be 2, 3, or 4 cells, but it clearly, that is not the given, and this is. And then they're not. And the 9, aha, we're going to get a digit now. Let me just get rid of this colouring first. That must be a 9. Excellent. Now that can't, oh, this is strange. Okay, it's not impossible, thank God. I thought it was. That can't be a given digit or you wouldn't get the 6. So it's a 1, 2, 3 leading up to this cell. Oh, this is lovely. We're finding a lot of given digits now. And we're greening a lot of cells. Now it gets a bit more difficult over this side because we don't have clues for most of these things. There is, oh, okay, well, that's interesting. There's only one place in this column. Ah, and that's really good because that's only 4 cells adding up to 30. They must be 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh, I was about to write 4, 5 in there, but that would be an error. Oh, this is so clever. Right, now in this column, those add up to 30, so those add up to 15. Don't really know how to use that. Oh, I do know how to use this bit. So we've got 20 here. It's got to be a 3 in the middle of an 8, 9 pair since we're restricted to 1, 2, or 3 in the central one. That's helpful. Now, 20 here. It's quite a big number for 5 cells. I think 1 has to be amongst them. I'm not... no, it doesn't. It could be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, the remaining cells in box 1 are 4, 5, 6, 7. I've almost done as much as I can. Oh no, these are now green. There we go. So we're just left with an X-wing of the final two red cells. Actually, maybe I'll just mark them and then get rid of all the green so we can just use... Oh, it's all fog. Oh, no, that's very valuable because I'd not even realized with my coloring that I was clearing fog. So we do want to see fog when it clears. Okay, good. Right, that's not a 9 by Sudoku. Now, what on earth do we do next? Because I kind of feel like I've used everything up. Oh, this is a pair that adds to 15. And we don't just have that 9 there. We've got a 9-8 pair there. That makes this cell 6 or 7. But it can't be 6 because the 9 would be a clash. So that's a 7 and this is an 8. And surely we'll clear some fog. No! Oh, bother. Okay, these add up to 12. They're either 1, 2, 3, 6 or 1, 2, 4, 5. I mean, I don't feel like I'm close to getting a red cell yet and what's in it. Oh, hang on. These added up to 15, we said. Ah, well, now they're maxed given these candidates. A 7, 6 and a 2. Well, now I'm suddenly getting close to getting a red cell. That's a 1. And there we go. We do finally clear some fog at the last possible second. Right, we've got 6, 7, 8, 9 there, but a black dot here. So we're selecting from 1, 2 or 2, 4. We must use a 2. The remaining digits in the column, I don't know, they're from 1, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'm a little bit surprised that it's not obvious to me how I can make progress again now, but we'll figure out a way, I'm sure. We've done this 6 clue, we've done this 9 clue, we've done that 15. Ah, this 12 clue, I did just say that it's got a 1 and a 2 in it, in those cells. 1, 2, 3, 6 or 1, 2, 4, 5. So that's a 4. And now we know that it's 1, 2, 3, 6. And we've got a few impossibilities within that because of these. In fact, that can't be a 6 because of this 6, 7 pair. Now, everything else in the row, never afraid to pencil mark if there's 4 cells. That's a 2, aha! And there we go with a bit more fog clearance. Now, let's not let the fog distract us from marking up cells that are easily marked now. So, this box, 1, 2, 6, 9, 7, 3, 8, that is 4 or 5. In this column, we've got 8, 3, 9, 7. It's not quite a 1, 2, 6 triple. In this column, 6, 2, 7, 9, 8. Everything remaining is from 1, 3, 4, 5. It's almost a set here, but not quite. Okay, let's have a look at this arrow then. Ah, the arrow's at least 3 cells there. Ah, and one of them's at least a 6. So it must be a 6, and that's a 2, 1 pair, and this is a 9. Clear some fog? No. These don't have a 6 in now. But in this row, that's a 7, and we've found one of the red givens, and of course it turns out black for the given. The 9 is looking at that cell. 3, 4 and 5 are the remaining digits in the row. 4, nothing has really changed up here except we've revealed what cells are what. This has changed a bit. We've had a 7 in a black cell, so we can't have another one. That's not a 7. I don't know, it's a bit difficult to work out. Oh, I see. 7 and 8 in this box. Are they a pair? They are. They go there. 4, 1, 5, 7, 8. So everything in the column is 2, 3, 6 or 9. That one can't be a 2. Yeah, I don't know again. Hmm. 2, 3, 1. Right, one of these three cells must be 9 in this row because of that 9. And one of these two cells in this column must be 9. Well, there's only one overlap between those two and those three, and that puts a 9 here. And there we go, that does clear a bit of fog. A white dot, so this can't be a 1. That might be all that tells us. That can't be a 1 because a 2 would clash here. A 2 would leave this being 1 or 3. A 3 would leave it being 4. A 6 would leave it being 5 or 7. That's a lot of possible candidates. But 1 has now been confined within row 6 to one of those cells. So this is not a 1. Is that what I'm learning? Is that good to learn? It's not marvellous. 6 in this box. No, it could be there. I don't know. Red cells? Oh, that can't be a 9 by Sudoku. So that is 5 or 8. So we are limiting a few of the red cells now in the way that I hoped to do a bit earlier, but not getting very far, if I'm honest. There's a 6 in one of those three. That's just Sudoku. 2 and 1, 2 and 1. One of those is 1 or 2, but it doesn't have to be red. And then one of these is 1 or 2. One, 2, 3, 6 are in those cells. 9, 3, 8, 7. We've got 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 still to place in the column. This 20 clue has got a 9 in it. Yes, the other 4 cells in that are 1, 2, 3, 5. To make 11 in 4 cells with different digits is the only way you can do it. And therefore this is now an 8, and that's going to clear fog. No, I'm wrong. The other digits in the column are 4, 6, 7, and that one can't be 7. We've had an 8 in red. That's not really informing much else. 4, 6, 7. Right, these can't be 8. There's a bit of tidy up to do after that. Let's just figure it out. That 1 or 2 is in one of those cells, and therefore in one of these 3. And it doesn't feel very helpful. 4, 6, 7 there. This is a 10 sum. So it's either 8, 2 or 9, 1. I don't know which it is. What do I know after that? I do know that there is a 1 or a 2 there, and there's a 1 or a 2 here. So nothing else in the column can be 1 or 2. Oh, I've got 2, 3, 1 looking at that cell. So that's a 5. 2, 3, 1, 5, 9. One of those is 6. These are from 4, 7, 8. That's now a triple in box 3, very unexpectedly. This digit is not a 4. One of those two is a 4. 4, 7, 8, 9, 6. Everything else in the box is from 1, 2, 3, 5, including a red cell. We haven't quite made... what was I trying to say? We haven't quite made a quadruple in the top row. We're going to need one of 4 or 5. No. One of 7 or 8 to be in those cells. I don't know what else. 2, 3, 6, 9. So one of these was a 9. This hasn't been helped at all. Oh, got bogged down again. That was an odd 4, 7, 8 triple. It includes the 4 in row 2, doesn't it? So this, look at this red cell. It can't be 1, 2, 3, 5, 9, or the 4 that I'm mentioning in row 2. It also, because we've had red 7 and 8, can't be those, and it's a naked 6. That's quite hard to get. Now, this is not a 6. We've got 2 or 3 there. This is therefore from a population of 1, 2, 3, 4 and can't be 2. Now, did we know that it couldn't be 1? No, I don't think we did. But here's a 1, 2, 3 triple. And one of those is a 1, and that's not a 1. In fact, that digit is the same as this one. Now, that's quite interesting, because it's then got to appear in these cells. If it's a 3, it's the red cell. If it's a 2, it's there. I don't know how to disambiguate that. Irritating. Right. 1 and 6 are in this group. This is selected from 2, very plausibly, or 4 or 5. Now it may be time to consider digits that we need to be in a red cell. I was about to say, if I was to put 9 here, there's nowhere 9 could go red, but actually there still is. So maybe we're not quite at that point of the puzzle yet. 6, 5, 9, what's going on up here? We need a 7 and an 8. That has to be one of them. And that's quite interesting. If that was an 8, this is a 1, 9 pair, and that's a 2. This is quite tough, isn't it? Now, I've done the 20 sum. I've done the 30 sum. I haven't finished this 10 sum. I think all my sums are done, actually, apart from that. So it really is Sudoku and this rule set, and seeing what Sudoku is up to when he calls the puzzle up to something. Now, one of those is a 6. That's just Sudoku. Oh, there's a 7, 8 pair that's turned up unnoticed. That's up to something. Right, oh no, I was going to say where's 4 in the row? Oh, we've had 6 in red, so that's not potentially a 6. So I'm looking at the red cells again. What about this one? It can't be 4, 6, 7 or 2 or 8. So I'm going to fill in 1, 3, 5, 9 and then consider these. We can't have 6, 7 or 8 again. It's interesting to note that 2 has to be in a red cell in the puzzle. Oh. Sorry, I thought I was going to confine it to one of these two, but I can't quite do that. Eight in row 7 has to be in one of those two cells, because it's not pencil marked here and we've had an 8 in that box. Then 8 in row 9 has to be in one of those two. That didn't get anything done, did it? 9, 3, 8, 7, right. 4, 1, 5, 7, 8. These are 2, 3, 6, 9. That green is the same as that green, which is either a 3 there or a 2 here. Oh, that is interesting. Right, if green was a 2, is there anywhere left for a red 2? Not these cells, not these cells. If green was a 2, I think actually it has to be there. That's the red 2. Now, is that going to cause a problem? Because this is quite interesting. That would become a 2. We've already got a couple in the grid. We would need a 2 here. And there's a couple others. One other. That one would be a 2. That looks feasible. Okay, let's consider it the other way around. If green was a 3, it would have to be the red cell down here. Then green could never be in red again. 3 could never be in red again. Green could never be in red again. What would that mean? So we'd get 3s in these positions. So there's some reason this might break. There'd be one there. and there, and there. Oh, it just works. Right, here's something else. If that was a 3, oh, there we go. Look at that. This can't be a 5. I hadn't unpencil marked that. Now, although that leaves one of our chocolate teapot triples, which are as useless as a chocolate teapot in row 3, it's absolutely not as useless as a chocolate teapot because it rules out this being 3. If that was 3, this would be 4 on the white dot, and you couldn't fill that cell. Oh, that's brilliant. Lovely stuff, SUDOKU. So that's a 2. It's green, we've marked it. So that's a 2. Now we need there to be a 2 here, and this is 8. And that is going to do something, I feel. Has it exposed any fog? Not yet. This digit is 1 or 3. We've got 4, 6, 7, 2, 8. Oh, that 2 makes this one a 1 and this one a 2. This is a 1, 3 pair now. What digit did we get in red? We didn't get anything in red. This is not a 1. This is 3, 5, or 9. We are going to get we're going to get a 1 in one of those cells, and one of them is red. That's not quite the same as we're going to get a 1 in red. It is very possible that we'll get a 1 in red. We can't have a 2 there. These are part of a 1, 3, 5 triple. 2, 5, 9, 6, 1. We've got an 8 to place in box 2. There it is. Oh, it's on a black dot. It's just to find something under the fog, it can be so exciting, as you just see. We get a 4 there. I'm finishing box 2 now, 7 and 3. Right, now we can place this 7. That's going to give me 8 and unwind a 7, 8 pair. Lots of 8s are in the grid. There's still 2 to go. How about 7s? How are they going on? We've only got 5. But I can now place the 7 in box 5. There it is. Might not be able to do anything else. 7, 2, 8, 1, 3 are placed in this box. That can't be a 3 anymore. I will look at these red cells in a moment, but now that's a 5, 9 pair. So this is a 4, 6 pair. And that is 5 or 9, but it sees one of those there. So that's 5. That's 9. Now we get a 5 in red. Now I can delete 5 in red. Right. Now I learn that the red cell up here is going to be a 1. And therefore this must be a 3. I know the red cell up here is not going to be a 5 because I've had a red 5. But there is a red cell in one of those two, so it must be a 1. And that becomes a 3, which is a neat deduction. I'm glad I was on the lookout for that. Now, the reds we've had are 5, 1 in some way, 3, 8, 6, 7. Just 2, 4, and 9 to go. The 1 here can't be a 2. So now we did reach this position where one of these 2 digits is a 2. And the red down here is 4 or 9. I don't really know how to pencil mark that. I'm going to pencil mark this 1, 3, 9 triple instead. Something is doable here. I can sense it. That is not a 3, so this is a 4, 5 pair. That's 2 in red. This is 9, therefore, in red, because it can't be 2 anymore, because we've now had the red 2. And the red remaining cell is a 4 in one of these 2 spots. Haven't got that yet, but that can't be 4 now. And there must be, and that can't be 4. There must be a 4 in one of these 2. There's not a 5 in that one. Is there a triple developing? No. But we need a 9 in this row. And it's got to be in here with the 8, I think. 8, 9 pair. said as though it was going to make a difference. Oh, 4 in this row is that's the thing I couldn't spot. 6 there. This is a 2-9 pair that are done. This is now a 5-7 pair. It's very obvious when you finally spot it and mark it up. That's a 1-6 pair. These two are a 1-5 pair. The 3 that needs to go in this column is in one of those two. 8, 9, 2, 1, 5. We've got 3, 6, 4, 7. This is a 4-7 pair. And because we know that the red 4 has to be there, that's how we kind of got that. And that's a 3. The 7 was just by Sudoku. That's a 6. That feeds 6, 1. That feeds 1, 5, revealing the given digit there, and there must be 1 here, and these two are not given. But we are getting all the loose digits in columns 7 and 9 now. 7, that's a 4, that's a 7, that's a 4, that's an 8. We've got all the red digits, they're all done. Can't do the 1-5 pair at the end, but 6 looks at that, 3 looks at this. Now we can do the 1-5 pair. That's not a 4, this is a 6-7 pair, and we know which way round they go, and we've got a 3 there, 9 here, just 3 columns left. That's a 6, 1 or 4. This is a 1-4 pair. These are 2, 3, 5. Must know the order. Yes, we do. 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spot. Light, proving its position and proving the last few digits of the puzzle. 4 and a 1. Lovely stuff by SUDOKU. That's really good, isn't it? What an excellent piece of work. 1 arrow was under the fog, 3 dots, and those given digits. I really enjoyed that journey. I mean, it's just fun all the way through. This is what I love about Sudoku. You get puzzles like this, and the deductions. You know, there was one real pause point, and I can't remember what unblocked it now. It took me quite a long time to see the 1, 2, 3, 5 there. No, but even then after that I got a bit stuck. It's so clever. There's so many lovely deductions there. That's the sort of thing SUDOKU brings us, joy. And we will see you again. Thank you very much for watching. Do come back tomorrow or the next day, or at some point when you're feeling a bit low and you just want to see someone doing something logical, because that's what we're here for. See you then. Bye for now.